Nice to meet
Can you
you.
hear me?
We can, loud and clear.
Oh, good. Good morning.
Welcome.
Here is 7 o'clock in the morning in Brazil.
Oh, okay. Good morning. We have a masterclass that goes on that Dibby attends.
Okay.
We
I
have
look
some
forward to it, to watch it.
great. We have some students there that get there at 4 o'clock in the morning in Texas.
Wow.
Yeah, Rhode Island, and they've been doing it for a year or two.
Wow, that's very
So,
nice.
well, it must be a good course. Otherwise, they wouldn't
Yes,
do it.
I'm sure. I already bought your first and second courses in
I know.
your.
I know.
Oh, okay.
Sure. Nice to see you.
Very good, very good, very impressive.
I'm glad
I'm
you like it.
delighted. I'm delighted in studying your course.
It's a pleasure to be of service.
Thank you.
Thank you, Franz.
Hi.
Hi, Matteo.
Hi, how are you, Alan?
I'm good, Matt. How are you?
Good, good. Thank
I
you.
see. And Mosca, who was here last time.
Yes, hello.
Hello, good morning.
Hi.
We can't see you, but we can hear your lovely
Yeah.
voice. Kit, good morning. Welcome. You haven't been here before?
No, this is my first time.
Okay, you're welcome.
Thank
So
you.
Dibby's been coming for the last several years. Matt's been here 2 or 3 times before. Mosca, it's her second time in a row, so that's probably good. And Kit, have you taken the Key Concepts course?
No, I haven't.
Okay. So the students that you see here have. Dibby is actually just about to graduate from the professional course. So he's due to be doing professional consultations. A lot of study, a lot of hard work. Dibby, you might know Dibby from the Facebook group.
Oh, okay, because I'm not very much on Facebook, so I have to check.
Sure, but you posted some questions there.
Yes, but I have to go back and check.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dibby
Also, okay, so
answers them.
somebody answered. Okay, so I have to go check. Thank you, by the way.
And if you have any questions, please feel free to post while studying the key concept course. I see that because while I was also studying, so there are lots of questions keep popping in my mind. So I would encourage all of you to, if you have any question, please feel free. So either myself or Alan will get back within a few days.
Yeah, I'm trying to stay as much as possible with the key concepts course because there's a lot of stuff to digest, and I want to have the basics down before I move on.
Great idea. Best way to do it. Well, do you have any burning questions that you'd love to have answered?
I do have one. So when you do I know it's a long way off for me, but when you do a consultation, like a professional one for a client, is there a sort of mental checklist that you have, a sort of process that you go through every time?
Sure. It's too early to go through it now.
Okay.
Because
Then I'll wait.
A lot of the terms you wouldn't understand.
Okay.
Yes, it's methodical. So the series of steps that you have to complete.
Okay.
So in fact, we actually give you at the end of the course, we give you a step-by-step guide.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. So and for your case studies that you do in the professional course, well, you need to do it in this course too. We'll send you a guide, just fill it in and send it back, and that's how you get your accreditation.
Okay, perfect.
So it goes through everything you're going to learn step by step, and it's asking you relevant questions about the consultation that you're doing. So you really can't go wrong. Okay, so once you first qualify and you may be nervous about getting something wrong, this is there to help you and guide you through the whole consultation, getting maximum results for your clients and great confidence for you.
Perfect.
And you find that because Feng Shui means wind and water, when you work with someone, it creates a kind of resonance, and they're so enthused by the work that you've just done for them that they have to tell everybody. They can't keep it a secret.
Good.
Okay. Even though it's confidential, it's like a ripple in the pond. You do a consultation for someone and they tell their family, they tell their friends, and pretty soon they're calling you too. So it's fantastic the way that it goes out. It just kind of ripples. It resonates. So and we need it.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so it's a great time to do it. In fact, we're coming into a golden age from next year, from February next year, a new 20-year period, which you may know about. I'm calling it the golden age. Represents the height of humanity.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a wonderful time to be born into and to work and to do Feng Shui in, as you'll find out. So I think Feng Shui is becoming more popular as a result. Getting rid of stress.
Yeah, that's a good thing to get rid of.
Absolutely. Isn't there enough of it?
Sure.
Okay, so it's our empowerment free webinar, key concept course, question and answers. We want to start with this one. So today is a very special day. It's an Earth Rat Day. And the Earth represents, you've come across the elements in the key concepts course, you know how they work together. So the Earth represents the stem, the heavenly stem of today. And heavenly stems refer to the light coming from stars. So they're the part of the electromagnetic field. The rat is the earthly branch. Now it's called the earthly branch because it represents magnetism. So the light coming to the earth infuses the earth and the earth responds with this magnetism. This is why we have the earth rat. So Chinese astrology is different in terms of, it's not specifically astrology. It doesn't study the movement of the stars as such, apart from Jupiter, for instance, which you'll find earthly branch, which this year is a rabbit, which points to the position of Jupiter in relation to the earth. And that means that all of the best energy, the Sheng Qi, is being pulled in that direction. So it makes that part of our house especially vibrant throughout the year. And because of that, it also affects different aspects, different corners of our house. So this month is particularly good. This month being the sheep month, yeah, Wei or Yin Earth, because it connects with the rabbit. And it's especially lucky for those born in November or between the hours of 9 p.m. and 11 p.m. or 21 to 23. Okay, because this forms an alignment that has a huge effect on them. But because these charts are practically unique, there's the 4 pillar charts that you're working with, Matt, corresponds to about 1 in almost 13 million. So it's difficult to say what the effect's going to be on someone specifically. But some part of their life is going to be magnified 10 times. Certain aspect could be wealth, could be creativity, could be energy. Maybe they're not sleeping this month. If we had a look at the chart, we could say, you're not sleeping this month?
I'm sleeping very well.
Okay, good. Well, maybe it's relaxation then.
Yeah, maybe.
Were you born in November? No, you weren't born in November, were you?
No, I was born in April.
Yeah, you said, yeah. That's a dragon month. So Earth Rat, it's the start of a new cycle, which is why I thought I'd emphasize this today. And here we see the universe being created in a single thought with the pineal gland. And that helps us with resonating with the electromagnetic field. So I've been working with some people this week that should have had a completely different life, should have had an incredible life, the kind of life that we'd all want to have. But because they lost faith and lost confidence, they didn't get that life. And just by looking at their chart, which I've already explained to you is actually their electromagnetic field, analyzing their electromagnetic field, you can balance that accordingly and transform people's lives. And we had just, I was just been teaching for the last couple of days on a weekday master course that started in February. And we came across, so I was doing a live business consultations, and the client there was one such case, an artist who should be a household name, but lost confidence at an early age, and didn't realize it until I pointed out a few things in her life, and which she responded to, and realized that she didn't have to think the way she had been thinking. So that leads into this, which is what you think about, you create. Okay, it's not magic, it's resonance. The thoughts you put out come back. Okay. So we have the start of a 12-day period starting today, this Earth Rat sequence. So it's an auspicious time to have this consultation, to have this webinar, because the next 12 days you can create what you want to have happen in your life. The Bagua that you're working with in the Key Concepts course allows us to put symbols in there that trigger emotional responses, that get us to think like this. Okay, so we put something in there for relationships, we put something in there for respect. Whatever it is we put in there, we want a symbol that's going to create an emotional, a positive emotional charge that emanates from here. And we think about that happening. And within a very short period of time, it happens. Okay? So Feng Shui means wind and water. The water is the tangible part, the material part, the material world that we're dealing with. The wind aspect is that we can't see. It's the energetic aspect. Okay? So we're using something in the material world. We're balancing the material world in terms of elements and Bagua to increase the magnetic field, get the magnetic field and the electromagnetic field in balance. And then we can start to use it through quantum physics. So you may have come across quantum entanglement before. I don't know if we mentioned it in the last webinar that we had. But basically, that thought emanating from that person's head is here. Or it represents that emotional charge that you've just created. And you think about it, and it's what this atom here is connected to the atom at the other end. And you start to bring it towards you the more you think about it. The more emotion you can put into it, the quicker this is going to be brought towards you. The quicker you're going to manifest your life. Now, I've been doing Feng Shui for over 3 decades. And working with some incredibly successful people, but they didn't start off that way. They again had this programmable thought that they're not as good as they could be. They always measure themselves against someone else instead of releasing that and just being natural, just going with the flow. That's a term associated with Feng Shui. So this flow is inside your space. You want to connect to it. You want to think about what it is you want to create. You know, as humans, we are naturally creative. When we can't indulge our creativity or be productive, we become miserable. So we're all geared for change. People call you in as a Feng Shui consultant to change their life. In order to do that, you have to understand what's happening in their life. So we read their home. We look at the environment in their home. We look at it in terms of elements, and we say to them, okay, so this is happening in your life. They said, yeah, how do you know that? Well, actually, you know, you could look in between what they've got there, the furnishings in their space, and the elemental balance between them. And they're amazed at the perception that you have. So it's not just me, all my students over, the school's been running for 25 years, have that now. Dibby has that. Dibby could do it for you. When you do the Key Concepts course, you can do it. You must have done it already, otherwise you wouldn't be here. You must have had response. Yeah, the response that you can get is incredible. Dibby's had incredible response. Dibby had incredible response before he did the master course. because you wouldn't do it otherwise. Represents a commitment of £6,500. Something's got to happen to realize it's well worth it. Anyway, I'm not here to sell courses. I'm here to help you with the key concepts course. So this is unveiling the mysticism that was always enshrouded in Feng Shui. Feng Shui was built on power. Feng Shui masters would never describe how things work, because if they did, they'd lose some of their power. This school is not about power, it's about empowerment. It's about empowering you to make your life better. And as a result, you make other people's life better. So we have a much better civilization to work in, to live in, to flourish. And it all comes from this. So this is what they wouldn't tell you. They probably didn't understand it until quantum physics showed us how resonance creates results. Thinking positive thoughts creates a positive life. I've got billionaire clients that wake up in the morning thinking, wow, I can do anything today. This is how we all should be thinking. Don't ever think, I can't do this because I don't have this. I don't have something. Do it. Follow your instincts. Follow the energy of your space. Okay, so atoms are linked to each other through non-local quantum fields. Have you seen that in your life?
I've noticed it since I've been studying Feng Shui. I've noticed changes for sure.
Yeah.
In regards to like how like organizing it and setting it accordingly can make a difference in your environment.
Hugely. So in terms of the results that you get back from it, depends on how much you amplify that thought.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we tend to be restricted by society. You know, we can never, unless we go through the certain ritual, the certain formula, we're never going to be able to produce anything. Okay. You have to rise above that. You can do anything. Just put your mind to it. Think as big as you possibly can. And these things happen. Atoms are linked to each other through non-local quantum fields. So non-local means it's anywhere and everywhere. It doesn't have to be in your space. It can be anywhere in the universe. And you can bring that towards you just by your positive thought. Imagine your positive thought is a magnet. And you're attracting what you're thinking about. Unfortunately, we tend to think the worst. So what happens then? We get the worst. Okay, so if you realize you're doing it, stop doing it and start thinking positively. Okay, now this is not Feng Shui. Our Feng Shui is not based on positive thought. It is based on the magnetic field that you have in your home. So you have to balance that first, and then it works. Okay, the American system, the black hat American system, which started in 1986, which is the same time I started doing Feng Shui. That's based on the positive mind. And there's nothing wrong with that at all, but not at the detriment of nature. So we must balance these electromagnetic fields. So interestingly, in terms of atoms, the most stable atom is shaped like a bagua. Bar means 8 gua trigrams. The most stable atom has 8 multiples of 8 electrons. So we're using the atomic structure, if you like, in the bagua. It represents different parts of our life. Everything is included inside that bagua.
Sorry, Alan, can I ask a question?
Of course you can. That's why I'm here.
Okay, so I've been studying the concepts class, the Feng Shui, and I was wondering, I'm a bit confused in regards to when you have the bagua and then also the mingua. How do you kind of combine, like, if you're doing a reading for your house, like, do you start off with the bagua, or could do you do certain aspects of the mingua of that? Like, how do you combine the two, or do you just start off with the bagua, or you know what I mean? I'm just kind of confused with when.
Okay, no problem. So the bagua is the first level. Bagua means 8 trigrams.
Yeah.
So you sort your home out first using the bagua. The Mingwa is the life trigram, and that's your directions. So there's the directions that you sleep, the directions in which you face, and in the key concepts course, the direction in which your cooker faces, or your hob, your oven. In the key concepts course, it also goes into the 8 portents, and at later levels, you see that they're connected. But at this stage, you're using the bagua to balance your home, the electromagnetic field of your home. So, for instance, when we say the north has a water element because it has the Can trigram. So you look at everything in relation to that water. How does that water flow in the north? If you've got lots of earth in there, it's not going to flow. It's going to be dammed up. So consequently, your journey through life is going to be on hold until you put some metal in there. Then it's going to start to flow. Then you can use it. The journey represents the immediate future, represents now and up to the next 6 weeks in your life. What is it you want to achieve inside there? Balance the field first with the bagua, and then put something in there that you want to achieve in the next month. Today, what do you want to achieve today? Today's a fantastic day to do something. It's Earth Rat Day. Every Rat Day comes around every 12 days. It's when we go through the whole sequence and we start again.
Okay. Just realized that my north sector sucks.
Does it? And you've just been empowered to know that today is a fantastic day to sort that out.
That's right.
That's what
I'm gonna do. But I realized that I have a lot of wood there.
A lot of wood?
That's draining a bit of water, yeah, I think.
Yeah, but yeah, okay. But you know, wood also makes it creative. But it can drain you, sure. So do you feel tired when you come home?
I always feel tired.
There you go. So what are you going to put in instead?
And also the problem is that the wall is brown, which is earth, right?
Yeah. So yeah. Okay. So one of the best, quickest ways of doing it is a metal sound.
Metal sound. I have some metal spheres.
Okay, but you've got to make the metal sound. You can't just put a bell in there and expect it to ring itself. You have to ring the bell or get a chiming clock. Get a ringtone on your phone. If metal sound is heard in there, it has an instant effect. Okay, so next time you're feeling drained, ring a metal sound, let it be heard in the north, and you'll feel better.
Do I have to ring it in the north?
No, it just has to be heard there.
Okay.
Yeah. So if that sound passes through there, it's going to work. Okay. If you get fed up ringing a bell or making a metal sound, put some metal in there permanently. Something round, something white, something grey.
Yeah, I have some metal spheres that I could put there.
Yeah, great. Put them in there. And then it's easy, right? Then you won't drain yourself. Yeah, Franz.
Yeah. Is a piano metal bell, a metal sound?
No, it's water.
It's water. Piano is water.
Yeah.
Besides the bell, the metal sound, what else could we use for metal sound?
Well, they used to use wind chimes.
Yes.
Okay. Now wind chimes are terrible. Okay. Wind chimes in China, they're never placed inside the house. They're always placed outside. Why? Because wind chimes they're like a bit like a Ouija board. They were used in temples to attract spirits to the temples. And then under the
spirits, is that
exactly? Yeah. So
to their souls be transmuted in the temple, something like that.
Exactly. Yeah, that's why they did it.
Yeah, I read that. I read that about it.
Sure. So what happened under the reign of Mao Zedong? He outlawed religion and temples. So consequently, all the people that made wind chimes lost all their clientele overnight.
So I guess it's not a good idea to use this kind of kind of bells in your house.
The bells are fine.
Even outside your house.
Well, outside your house is fine. And the Chinese put wind chimes outside their house. A wooden wind chime in the garden is lovely. A metal one, not so good because it tends to, we all hear things differently and tends to irritate some people. So you could put a metal wind chime in your garden, and you're not going to be talking to your neighbours anymore. Someone's going to be irritated by the little dinkling.
Probably, yeah.
Sure. So there's many ways to get metal. So you can have something on your computer every time you get, perhaps not an email, but you open a program, it gives a metal sound. Okay. And what we're really after is the resonance that happens with the metal sound. So when you choose a metal sound, get one that you like and get one that has a resonance, a kind of an echo, a long echo with it. And that'll be perfect. Mosca?
I'm also a little bit, I don't know, what do you do first when you want to balance your home? What do you do first? You
start in the north.
Divide? What?
Start in the north.
Uh-huh.
Because the north is your journey. Here, there's the bag right there.
And you divide your home on these 8 portents?
Yes, absolutely.
And then on the whole home, on the whole floor plan, not just one room.
It's the whole floor plan, yeah. It's everywhere that air circulates. So if
So
you've got
when my my apartment has north in children's room. So what would I do then?
So how old are your children?
13 and 16.
Okay. And do you want them to lead an independent life?
No, not yet.
Now, not yet. So
Not yet.
Use it for the whole floor then.
Okay. So
Okay.
I have to make some changes in this area if I want to have my life to go on the next level, or I just stick to my living room.
No, use this for the whole floor.
For the whole floor. Okay.
Yeah. So what I want you to do when you're thinking about this is think of it as if you make some spicy food.
Mm-hmm.
You can smell that throughout the whole area, the whole floor. Yeah. If you had a garage, but you had to go outside to go into the garage, then you don't include that.
Okay.
Yeah. So on the floor plan, you might have a garage, but there's no internal door.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't include the garage on your floor plan.
Okay.
You only work with the air that circulates throughout your space.
Yes.
Yeah. And you divide it into 8. 8 is the most stable structure in our universe. 8 is what gets everything running. The low Shui we have is 9.
Mm-hmm.
You've seen that, yeah? The low Shui
Yes.
is 9. But and a lot of people use the low Shui in their home, and they're expecting the energy to stay in one corner. It's never going to do that. It's going to circulate throughout the whole structure.
But what about this host-guest relationship between Bagua, Mingua, and house portents?
Okay, so basically what it is a different level, isn't it? The Bagua is the basic level. You've got to do that first.
Okay.
So when you're using the Bagua, if we talk about the north is the water is the host.
Yes.
Look at everything in relation to that water. As we said with Matt's got brown walls in there.
Mm-hmm.
So his life may be on hold unless he has some metal there. But you've seen this when today we have so much neutral colors when we're working with apartments and the homes. These magnolia, these kind of creams, all that kind of thing. And in the north, they make your life stagnant.
Mm-hmm.
They really do put it on hold. It's like, you seem to, whatever you do doesn't seem to work. It's like you're imprisoned, and metal is the key to get you out.
Yeah. So what about if that is the first level, Bagua, and I look Bagua as a host, and the objects in the room is like host. No,
guest.
Host is Bagua and guest is furniture, and so.
Exactly.
What about the next level? Look.
The next level? Yeah, Ming. Yeah. Right. So Ming means life.
Yeah.
Gua trigram, right? Your life trigram is the direction you face and sleep in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that takes precedence. You, people, take precedence over space.
So just for that, for sleeping, you use this Minghua?
Sure, and facing. So basically what we have is multi-dimensional. This is one dimension, the Bagua. The next dimension is direction, not location. This is location. This is parts of your home. What we're talking about is within that part of your home, we're talking about direction, the direction in which you sit and face.
And what about house trigram is another portents?
That's right. And then you have the 8 portents on top. Okay, so the 8 portents is very similar to the Minghua, but it's applied to the house. Okay.
Okay.
But in later levels, we're going to do something with that portent.
In next level.
Yeah. We're going to do.
So I don't. Okay.
So really, the portents is there to get you used to working with the portents.
Okay.
Okay. And you know, you have to balance the portents, which is how you learn to use the 5 elements. But in a later level, we're going to change those portents into something very different. But this is the seed that you're going to grow with. Once you come across that, which is very complex, and the Chinese said Westerners can never learn this. It's too complicated. You can if you sow the seed at this stage. You'll be able to learn that.
Oh, great.
Yeah. So don't worry about the portents too much. It's excellent for balancing them. It gets you to look at a smaller scale and the host-guest relationship on top of what you're already doing. When you when we have a look at the low pattern, the Chinese compass, that's got 24 levels. There's a Chinese compass. 24 levels. Each ring has a different level of information. Some of them work together, but this is it's not so much a compass. It's an engineer's slide rule that gives us all the different levels of information. And that's ultimately what we're looking for, what we're working with, the level on level of information. That's what makes the most incredible results. Which, you know, I'm so glad that students are getting these. I get emails all the time from people that have changed their life just by using the Key Concepts course. And Dibby did that. So living proof. So,
what changed for him?
Ask him.
Divi.
Yeah.
Tell us your story.
I think I have been attending this more than 2 years, and I think the KCC helped me, and I mean found more interest and to learn, and then applied the knowledge from KCC to fund for the master course, whereas Alan said that's with £6,000, 6,000 plus. So applied the concept of quantum entanglement to get the funding for the course. And then when I started the course, I think that helped me to get promotion as well. Started applying and got promoted in my career as well. So huge impact.
Right.
Living proof. And we've got lots of students on the course. They all had similar results. So, I had one student. She won the lottery from the Key Concept course. Okay, changed everyone's life. Her father bought a bigger house. She did the house for him again. He won the lottery again. Won the lottery twice in 3 months. Okay, think big.
Can I ask you again a simple question?
Of course.
Is location more important than direction?
No, they
just the other way around.
So yeah, location is where the electromagnetic field is, but direction is where you are or your client is. So that's the important part. We want to balance the electromagnetic field and then have you face your best direction. So then you've got the support and then you've got the fulfillment. Yeah, so you've got the energy to support you and you direct it. You resonate in that particular direction.
When you mean direction, you mean our head's direction when we are sleeping, and where our facing when we are studying.
Exactly.
In our desk.
Yes.
So where the energy is coming from, where the chi is coming from.
Exactly.
So where we are facing when we are studying, for example, and when we are sleeping, it means where our head is pointed. Is that correct?
Exactly.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Okay. So on the subject of sleeping and resonance and everything else, I want you to bring your attention to this thing that's coming up here. The Earth Rat starts today, and the Earth Rat lasts for 12 days. And just before the end of the 12 days, we come into the 7th of August, which is a period in which the highest energy in your home, it will be in the southwest sector. Okay, so there is a portal. Well, there's a portal today, which try this out for the next 12 days. Think the most positive thoughts you can. Face your Minghua direction.
Okay.
And your greatest life will come to you when you start thinking positive thoughts. So today is your day, kid. This is going to transform your chart.
Good, because
your perception is going to be off the scale.
Because I could use it.
Right, well, direct it. So look, this is you. Let's pretend this is you, but this is your thought. What do you want to create? You got 12 days to do it, and then a portal is going to open up on the 7th of August to the 7th of September, and that portal is going to be in the southwest part of your home. So what I want you to do is to face your best direction, which if you're 6 Minghua, your best direction is going to be west. You're right.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you can, put something in the first area. The area is this is when you measure from the center of your house, 202.5 to 217.5. 15 degrees. Segment, 15-degree window. From the 7th of August onwards. That's going to open up a portal where your thoughts will come through much, much easily. Much more easily, especially for you. And this represents your creativity kit. The things you can do and the things that you want to do. It would be a game changer for you. It's a very special time, and because I can now see your energy, it's very good for you. You'll be amazed at what you can achieve over the next month. You still with us?
Yeah, he's just being really noisy, so I muted myself.
Okay.
So he wouldn't annoy everybody.
I thought you'd fallen asleep there for a moment, Kit.
No, I love my boo boy, but he is very loud.
Sure. Okay. So you got a life-changing moment coming up between the 7th of August and the 7th of September if you face west in the southwest part of your home. So here we're using direction, France, and location. Location southwest, southwest 1 or 202.5 to 217.5, anywhere inside there. And if you can face west that way, so just position yourself so you're looking towards that from the western perspective. So do that. So
yeah, I've got one of these Bagua compass things.
Okay. So any compass would do. So we have a new professional course starting in September. This is the mastery course. It runs for a week, one weekend every month. So our next course starts on 22 months, 44 days, starts 10 till 5, live online via Zoom. So just like this. Pay as you go. We only have an intake once every 2 years, or we did only have an intake once every 2 years. For a weekend, it's once every 2 years. We now have a weekday one, but that happens in alternate years. So, I mean, Matt, you've got the whole course, so you don't have to do this unless you want something more dynamic. So
I have the distance learning course, yeah.
You do. So that's a route in itself. You don't have to do the mastery course on top. I would say the course that you have was the original 1 year course that we've done. We now have 2 years. So this course is 2 years.
Okay.
So it's twice the amount of information. Okay, but you don't need that to qualify. You already got the route. You can finish that and you would qualify that way. The difference is when you do this course, you become an advanced consultant. This is the Feng Shui Mastery course. So I always wanted to put, I mean, as you found out, I hope the distance learning course is one of the best ones you're going to find.
It's very good. Yeah, it's very good.
You're never going to find that. Yeah.
I'm sorry to interrupt.
Okay.
I'm just curious. I intend to do all the 7 steps in your course, but I intend to do buying the course.
That's fine.
Still working and buying and doing.
Sure.
And then I don't know. Maybe we have to send to you the answers of each course, if I'm not mistaken.
That's right.
And I already done the first course, not entirely, and just finishing now. That's why I bought the second one.
Sure.
So
is there a
time? What?
You can take up to the first 5 without submitting any answers.
Oh, the first 5.
Yeah, the first 5.
Yes. Okay.
Or you can take the first one if you like the course, and you can take them 2 to 7, and you get a discount.
Okay.
So you could do the whole course before you send any answers back.
Oh yes. I'm just.
But it's better for you to send answers back so I can correct it. And
no, I will. I'm already doing it.
Great. But there's absolutely no pressure in your, and there's no limit, no time limit. So yeah, no one's hassling. So do you have any questions before we go? Any final questions?
Actually, Alan, I have one quick question. I was looking at the second level course, the dowsing one.
Yes.
You know, when you do the acupuncture needle,
yes.
Can you, and let's say you have like a couple of spots of geometric stress, can you use the same acupuncture needle, or do you need
of course.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Do you mind if we use this video to distribute to the people that couldn't get here today?
No, it's fine by me. Yeah.
Everyone all right?
Fine. You can.
Yeah.
No problem at all.
No problem.
Yes, it's fine.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Wonderful. All right. Well, so enjoy, make things happen from today. It's a big day. Great time to have our webinar, and have the greatest life.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You're all very welcome. Great to see you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye.